I'm your host of the Most Local 193. You're joining me for Chapter 10. It's all come down to this, just you against a private jet full of evil villains. Dr. No hauls your carrier on board before callously dumping you out on next to the jet's Primo Deluxe leather seats. You try to lash out, but a delicate hand rests comfortably on your head, calming you in an instant. With a sigh of relief, you turn to see Tasmania staring forlornly out of the jet window, her hand continually to caress your luscious mane. Make sure that cat behaves itself, or I'll put him down for good. Dr. No towers over the aisle, waving a syringe in both you and Tasmania's face. Whatever you say, Doctor. Yes, for now. You settle in the seat as the luxurious jet races down the tarmac, and before you know it, you're flying 35,000 feet in the air. Outside the window, the sky is blue and white blur as the aircraft soars over the sea. Through the layer of clouds, you spot land in the far left and wonder exactly where you are. James introduced me to the contacts in both South and Central America. Perhaps the P.I.A. will put me in touch with one of them. You look at that. I think I could see Mexico from here. First 5 rounds of tequila are on you tonight, Mr. Big. After we sell the jewels to MIPID. Okay, what the hell is MIPID? Mean, insane people interested in world domination. Your eyes widen as you finally spot Mr. Big with Miles sadly seated in his lap. Miles. MIPID, huh? Now that's an acronym you can get behind. No. Not exactly what I'd consider subtle. Once we land, we'll meet with my sister, after which she'll take us to the bios. Mr. Big lifts his hand and waves the flight attendant over. Greg, bring some water for my dog, would you? Absolutely, sir. Your eyes turn back to Tasmania, her fingers still fiddling and twirling through your coat. I'm so sorry, Theodore. This is all my fault. I should have stopped them the moment I saw you in that rotten cage. I hope you're not too disappointed in me. I promise the moment we land, I'll talk to my mother, try to reason with her. I'll get us out of this mess, take us home, and let us both return to our normal lives, yes? I appreciate the notion, my sweet, but this is all easier said than done. Why do my mother and uncle have to control everything like we're in the old country? I'll say... we can't pick our family, unfortunately. All we have to do is decide how to live life when we're given, despite all those who came before us. I never knew my family. Annie has always been enough for me. I hope I can see her again. They may have screwed up my entire life, but at least this time I was prepared. I had a feeling they might yank me out of my life again, so I packed a bag with everything I might need. Ah, yes, very smart. We're in the industry called a go bag. No matter where they take me, I'd still be able to dance. Still be able to make my own way. I suppose I shouldn't complain, should I? I'm sure this is all much more jarring for you than it is for me. Oh, I almost forgot. I bought you something. Maybe it'll help you feel a little better. A gift from me? How sweet. She stops petting you for a moment to reach inside her duffel bag. As she does, you spot your bejeweled food bowl, along with 2 goblets, resting amongst her stash of fabrics and linens. They're using Tasmania to smuggle the jewels across the border. Interesting. These damn things are making me transport so my mother's goons in customs don't try to pull a fast one on my uncle. I see. I'll be honest, my dear, you do not have what most humans call a healthy family dynamic. Brother and sister, they might act all nice and hospitable, but they had a falling out a few years back. The jewels are their ways of patching things up. With that, she lifts her hand from the bag to reveal a big, colorful ball of yarn. Ta-da! I saw this at my favorite fabric shop, and I couldn't help but think of you. Ah, pour moi. I'm touched. Thank you, my dear. I know it's not much, but I hope you like it. You bat the ball of yarn around in your paws, finding joy in the simple plaything. How did you know my favorite color was crimson? Thank you. While it doesn't appear to be any sort of incendiary device or distress beacon, it's kind gesture, and you purr in appreciation. I'm so glad you like it. Out of nowhere, a moment of turbulence rocks the plane and sends the ball of yarn rolling to the floor. You watch as the big yarn ball rolls directly under Mr. Big's chair. Suddenly you're struck with inspiration. Aha! I can flirt with Tasmania. Stay still and quiet. You glare across at Miles, still seated in Mr. Big's lap. He not looking too good. I hate flying. I think I'm gonna be sick. Mr. Big notices the yarn ball beneath his chair and calmly hands it back to Tasmania. Do try to keep an eye on that cat, won't you, Tasmania? It's only then that Mr. Big notices Miles' nauseous expression and immediately places him back in his care. Emerging from the rear of the jet, Greg makes his way through the cabin with everyone's individual drink order. Just a friendly reminder, we may be hitting some mild turbulence, so the captain has advised we all remain in our seats with our seatbelts fastened. In case of a water landing, your seat cushion can be also used as a flotation device. Shut up, Greg. One by one, he hands the drinks off, making his way down the cabin. Like, we haven't heard all this before. Hell, we've heard it more in Hollywood than anywhere else, and I've never flown in my life. Here you are, Mr. Big. A glass of Chianti, just as you like. And for you, Dr. Nono, a chilled ginger ale. Frank, are you sure I couldn't whip up something for you in the... Keep walking, nutsack. Okay, that was very rude. I mean, I get it. He's annoying, but come on. With an appalled expression, Greg continues on to you and Tasmania. Pellegrino on the rocks for the lady, and a sauce of organic chicken stock for her beautiful little friend. Oh, chicken stock. Thank you, Greg. Last but not least, a green energy kale spinach smoothie with a shot of organic vodka for the tall guy. He sets the green concoction in the front of the gold-plated man. Ooh, who hasn't really talked at all during all this. Igor, when did you start drinking kale smoothies? It's been a business idea of mine for some time now. Our next step in expanding beyond the Marrakesh. What would work better in a Venice beach than a smoothie stand with freshly blended juice cocktails with organic liquors? Girl, I had no idea. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Yeah, wonderful idea. Too bad you'll never live to see it happen. What are you talking about? I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Frank's sentence is cut short when the small jet lurches forward, nearly knocking you to the floor. We're catching the tail end of a small tropical storm. Gentlemen, for your own safety, you need to... Why don't you take your seat and shut the hell up? I kinda hope you fly up when the jet drops again and you snap your neck. It happens. For those who don't actually keep their seat. It's called physics and gravity. Greg's eyes widen when he notices the dart between Frank's fingers. He wastes no time dropping into his chair, buckling up. With that, Frank's attention turns back to the gold-plated man. Think you would know exactly what I'm talking about, Igor. I got the security chase from St. Vincent's thrift store. I know how the jewels ended up there. And now, I think I just figured out why. Frank points the red plumed dart at Igor. Your body tenses as it's ready. Already knows what's about to happen. Gentlemen, I'm certain there's a more civilized way to handle this dispute. Shut the damn cat up now. You shut up. Frank ignores Tasmania and continues on with his rant. You took the jewels to St. Vincent's. What was the plan from there? Did you have a contact who was going to pick them up? Did you have a separate buyer ready to close the deal? You're insane. I have no idea what you're talking about. Takes a lot of money to start a company these days, especially in the organic food business. Especially in Venice Beach. You can't be serious, boss. You actually believe this nonsense, do you? Mr. Big calmly takes a sip from his glass of Chianti. Actually, Igor, I do. No, please, it was a mistake. I'm telling you, there were 2 boxes. One was with donations that were supposed to go to St. Vincent's. The other at Jules. I took the wrong one. I'm having a hard time believing that explanation. I'm not. Just look at him. He's as dumb as a scratching post. I'm telling you, sir, it's the truth. So, which would you rather believe? That you lied to my face, stole my jewels, or that you're so incompetent you did it purely by accident? I swear on my life, I never meant to betray you. And you just said the magic words of swear on your life and incoming death. That's the problem, Igor. What good is your word when your life already means nothing to me? You recognize the shark-like grimace on Frank's face as the gold-plated man's jaw nearly drops to the floor. With that, Frank lifts the dart over his head and takes aim. I'll tell you, Igor, I've been waiting a long time for... Before he can hurl the dart, you launch the yarn ball directly at Frank, striking him in the eye. Oh, what the hell? Was that yarn? Theodore, no! Do not worry, my love. All is in hand. Well, I mean, gold-plated man will now help us, so... why not? You leap down and pick up the dart with your teeth, but suddenly the jet shakes upon once again through the turbulent skies high above the ocean. Oh, no. Tasmania is thrown from her seat, skidding across the floor of the plane, her silken fabrics flying all around her. Miles Carrier rolls down the aisle towards the emergency exit door as Mr. Begg holds onto his chair for dear life. Ah! Someone stop this crazy thing! Holding one hand over his eye, Frank launches himself towards you, but you slip away just in time, sending him crashing to the floor. Ha ha ha! Are you actually laughing at me, you little... Whack! Out of nowhere, a gigantic shoe flies to the air and hits Frank right in the temple. You both turn to see Igor hopping up and down on one foot, trying to yank off his other shoe. You try to kill me, I'll kill you right back. Let's finish this. With that, Frank lunges at Igor, and both men are sent flailing through the aisle. God, I can't wait till they both die. I'm just done with both of them. It's serious, man. It's only as they flail further and further that you notice the two are getting dangerously close to the emergency door. Uh-oh. You instinctively grip the carpet with your claws as both men tumble into the door, knocking it wide open. Oh, this is really going to help the plane descend. In an instant, the jet interior explodes in a chaos as Frank and Igor are ripped clear out of the cabin, and the plane plummets towards the ocean. Good God, Miles, hang on! Watch as Miles' crate skids across the floor, heading closer and closer to the open door. I told you I hate flying! Oh my God! Tasmania rushes to grab Miles' carrier, but as she does, the plane rolls out of control and the two of them are thrown out of the jet. A rainbow of fabric billowing behind her. Oh no! I actually liked her and the dog! Tasmania, no! Mr. Big and Dr. No-No are the only ones still in their seats. Close the door, do it! But she's your niece! But she had the jewels. Then go after her! You would say not a chance. You only have a matter of seconds to decide your course of action before everyone loses their lives. I'm hoping illusion of choice. Stay behind. I have to get this plane on course. Forgive me, Tasmania. With your paws gripped to the carpet, you do your best to crawl your way towards the cockpit. Change closer, you spot Greg, standing by the hatch door, struggling to fit a large pack over his back. We all need to get out of here. Everyone, grab a parachute and head towards the exit. No, I can land this plane. I just have to... Suddenly, another violent shake sends the jet rolling over the side, throwing you and Greg out of the cabin and plummeting to the ocean below. Oh my God, we are going to die! Shut up, we're not going to die. Just do exactly what I say. You look down at miles of ocean beneath you, finally spotting Tasmania. It's hard to see, but you can just make out the tiny dog carrier gripping firmly in her arms. Time to go to work. With that, you dig your claws into Greg's shoulders and, like a bullet, point him directly towards Tasmania. Hold on, my love, I'm coming. You try to ignore the water beneath you, getting closer and closer with each passing millisecond. Almost there. Almost. Now, grab her! As if reading your mind, Greg grabs onto Tasmania, who's also holding onto Miles. Greg, is that you? Yes, I think so. Finally, you rip the cord and release the parachute on the last second. With a violent jolt, the four of you, gently float down into the water with a soft splash. Oh my god, Greg, that was incredible! You saved our lives! And don't thank the cat at all that saved you. Von Pumpernickel gets no love. Yeah, I guess I did. Didn't I? Tasmania brings him in closer, wrapping her arms around him in a warm embrace. Let me guess he's gonna get a kiss, too. Of course. Don't worry about it, bud. I know who really saved us, even if she doesn't. You're pretty great, Von Pumpernickel. For a cat, that is. Thank you. Miles. You glance up in time to see the plane has righted itself and veering into a different direction, disappearing across the horizon. You may have escaped this time, Mr. Big, but I'm a cat with a very special set of skills. I suggest you pray our paths never cross again. In a matter of minutes, the Coast Guard picks you up and begins sailing back towards the Venice beach. Thank you, Flyby. I knew I could count on you. Uh-huh. Back on your home turf, you and Miles sit back and watch the entire scene unfold as the authorities arrive and Tasmania is questioned and assessed for injuries. I gotta hand it to you, Von Pumpernickel. That was pretty incredible. It was, but I must commend you as well. You could have lived the high life with Mr. Big and continued to be a pampered pet. Money can't buy love, that's for sure. My Mabel may have been a kook, but she was my kook. I'm going to miss her. At least those jewels will go back to their owners. Speaking of which, sorry about your bowl. Yes, it was rather fabulous. You turn and look towards Tasmania, as she continues to tell the authorities everything she knows. Stolen jewels, her uncle, Dr. No-Nos, the Juarez rendezvous, all of it. Oh, Tasmania. What has this wicked game done to us? I'll now have to inform the P.I.A. of your mother's activities in my debriefing. You know, who knows? I may even be the one they send to take her down. Hey, Theodore? Yes, Miles? I was wondering, is there any chance those goons who caused Mabel's death would be brought to justice? Well, you saw what happened. Frank was ripped out of the plane. There's no way he survived. I know, but Mr. Big is still out there. I have to know he pays the price for what he did to Mabel. I promise, Miles. If our paths ever are destined to cross again, I'll kill him myself. What about you? Where will you go now that you're rid of Mr. Big? The small dog looks back towards Tasmania and smiles. I might stick with her for a while. See how things go. Seems like she needs a friend as much as I do. You realize these may be the last words you ever say to Miles. Aww. I so want a book 2 of this. I mean, they're ending it very abruptly, I'm just gonna say. It's very saddening. I really wish people would shut the ever-loving up about wanting romance novels. 98% of this app is entirely romance novels. Every goddamn visual novel app is romance. Have some fun, for Christ's sakes. You don't need to F everyone you meet. Take care of Tasmania for me. She means a lot to me. I'll feel much better knowing you're there to look out for her. You can count on me. After everything we've been through, it's the least I could do. Thank you, Miles. With all things said and done, I'm glad you were there with me. Until next time, as they say in Berlin, auf Wiedersehen. Well, it's auf Wiedersehen. I'm sorry, I pronounced the F. Whoops. Anyway, as you begin to make your leave, you hear Miles call out in the distance. Don't forget your promise, Vumpernickel. You're about to begin the long trek home when Tasmania catches your eye one last time. Her gorgeous locks lift and sway in the wind as she finishes giving her statement to the authorities. Oh, Tasmania, there aren't enough days in a lifetime to describe how much you mean to me. Go home without a word. Alas, perhaps it's too late for all that. And with that, you leave your love behind and walk off into the sunset. No turning back. It takes a few hours, but you finally reach Venice Beach, and you couldn't be happier. Ah, Venice. Oh, I've missed you so. Suddenly, an incoming transmission activates your beware hairs. You answer the call. 009, is everything alright? And good to hear your voice. Things got a little hairy up there. The jewels have been recovered. The captives, I'll say. Well done, Von Pigmanicle. The P.I.A. owes you a debt of thanks. Thank you, ma'am. But I can't take all the credit. Mr. Big and Dr. No-No managed to escape. I also failed to uncover their contacts south of the border. My actions were biased and sloppy, which I simply can't abide. I can tender my resignation immediately if... Nonsense, 009. You conducted yourself with honor and valor. You should be proud. Well, thank you, man. That means the world. And please send my compliments to Doris. Of course. And if I may, I'd like to recommend a new recruiter. His name is Miles. Miles, you say? I suppose I can take it under consideration. Now go home and get some rest, 009. You deserve it. With that, the call is terminated, and you continue on until you finally reach your beloved neighborhood. Being careful not to get spotted, you squeeze through the hidden vent and find yourself back in the kitchen, as if nothing ever happened. Ah, home sweet home, and all to myself. Just then, the front door swings open, and Annie walks in. Hey, Theodore, I've got a surprise for you. It's a new flavor, tropical tuna with dried salmon crunchy bits. The girl at the pet store says it's the bomb. Uh-huh. I want you to think about this. People spend more on their pet food and for their pets than people spend to eat. I'm just saying, this cat is getting more rewarded financially than I ever will in my life. Ooh, that was close. You race to her side as she places the open can on the floor and lovingly caresses your back. I thought you might like a little something new to add some excitement to your day. Oh, if only you knew, my sweet Annie. No matter where we go, no matter what life brings, you'll always be Secret Agent 009 to me. Oh, because the back of his neck. I'm like, wait, when did she figure this out? She picks you up and wraps her arms around you in the kindest, warmest embrace you've ever experienced. You lick her cheek as you both rest and enjoy the simplicity of the moment. I love you, Teddy. I love you too, Annie. She's about to stand up and head to the bedroom when something catches her eye. Teddy, what's this? Pulls a small piece of crimson yarn from between your claws. Teddy, what have you been getting yourself into? Oh, it's just a harmless string of yarn. What else could it possibly be? I mean, really? So we've got, I believe, one chapter left. Because I think they go up to 11 today. And then that's it for this book. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. I don't think people understand. There's a lot of apps and a lot of games you can actually enjoy without having to be like, oh man, I want some sex in my app. You know, it's just, we get it, folks. We get it. For all those who only care about romance. Try and have some fun, lighten up, have a mood. That's one of the things that, I don't know, maybe people are allergic to by my commentary and things like that. I try and have fun. I try and leave meaningful things and things like that, but also I try and just have a lot of fun with folks and just, having a unique experience that you may or may not find with other people and you may or may not entirely enjoy. I'm not, always a fun, humorous guy. Sometimes I'm super serious or sometimes I'm ragey. I'm a human being. But without further ado, yeah, I really enjoyed this book and damn it, it sucks it's only one more chapter. So, without further ado, thank you all for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below. Links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.